to. Okay.
Are you recording? Okay.
Yeah.
Guy goes to visit an old friend he hasn't seen in a long time. Guy owns a farm. He drives up to the guy. First thing he sees driving up into the farmyard, he sees a pig running around the yard. It's not that unusual for him to see a pig running around the yard, but this pig has got a wooden leg on its hind quarters. So he says to the guy, he says, what's the deal with the pig? Why has he got a wooden leg? The farmer says, well, that's not just any pig. That's a really special pig. Not too long ago, we had a house fire, and he came up and ran in the house and woke everybody up, got everybody out, so everybody was safe, saved everybody's life. Oh, wow, that's great. That's really quite some animal. So, so did he get burnt in the fire? No. The guy says no. Well, why has he got a wooden leg? The farmer says, again, he's a really special pig. When my wife was pregnant, I was away, and she had to go to the hospital. The baby came early. The car wouldn't start, so the pig goes up and opens the hood of the car, goes snuffling around with his snout underneath the hood, gets the car started. My wife gets to go to the hospital, has the baby, everything's okay. She says, wow, that's amazing. That's an amazing pig. But why does he have a middle? It doesn't explain to me. Why does he have a wooden leg? The farmer says, well, you don't eat an animal like that all at once.
Next. Yes, I'm going.
Okay. There's a pastor in a small town out in the Midwest. He's got a church. He's got a big church with a big tall steeple, and they have a bell in the belfry of the steeple. And his Bellringer retires. He needs a new Bellringer, so he puts an ad in the paper. He has the ad in the paper quite a while, but nobody shows up. Well, finally, one morning, this guy shows up and he says, I want to be your Bellringer. I saw you in the paper. I want to be your Bellringer. The bishop's, he's happy to hear from the guy, but then when he takes a good look at the guy, his heart sinks. He says, look, I really appreciate your enthusiasm, but there's no way you can do this job. The guy has no arms. The guy says, no, I can do it. I can do the job. I can do the job. I know maybe I look like I'm handicapped, but I can do it. The bishop talks to him for like 45 minutes. He can't convince the guy that he can't do this job. So he says, look, I'm going to show you why you can't do the job. So he takes him back to the back of the church where the steeple is. And he goes into the room where the steeple starts. And there's nothing but a ladder. And he says, look, you see what I mean? You can't do this. It's a ladder just to get up there. Before the pastor can say another word, the guy goes and leans up against the ladder and scurries up the ladder all the way to the top. He says, I can do it. The pastor climbs up the ladder as fast as he can after him. The guy's already up in the belfry. He gets up there. The pastor says to the guy, look, you can't do this. He shows him the only way that the bell can be rung is it's a long rope that you have to pull on the rope. The guy says, no, I can do it. And he starts running at the bell. And he starts running at the bell and hitting it with his face. And the bell starts to swing a little bit, and the guy staggers back. And then he runs back and hits it again, and then the bell starts to swing a little bit more, and the bishop is telling him, stop, but he just keeps pushing. He finally gets so excited, he keeps pushing it, and the bell starts swinging more and more, and then finally it swings all the way around. Over the guy's head, comes back, hits him from behind, knocks him right out of the bell tower, down into the middle of the street. Dead. The firehouse is across the street. The firemen come running out. They see the pastor up in the bell tower, and they say, Father, do you know this man? And the pastor says, well, I don't know his name, but his face rings a bell. A couple of weeks later, still nobody's answered the ad for the bell. The pastor sees another guy that's going to come to interview for the job. He goes and meets with the guy, and again, his heart just sinks. It's the twin brother of the first Bellringer, and he has no arms either. And he's got the same attitude. He says, I can do this, I can do it. The pastor talks to him for 45 minutes. Finally he can't convince him that he can't do the job. Finally takes him out, shows him the ladder. Same thing happens. He goes scurrying up the ladder. gets up to the top of the bell tower. The pastor chases him up there. As soon as he's up in the bell tower, he starts running at the bell with his face. Running at the bell, starts hitting it. It starts to swing a little bit. Starts to swing a little bit more. Keeps running out of his face until it swings again, and it swings all the way over again. Hits him from behind, knocks him out into the middle of the street, dead. The firemen come running out. Pastor, do you know this guy? He says, no, I don't know his name either, but he's a dead ringer for his brother.